We're gonna transport to the 80s tonight. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Beth, if you are new here, and I like to talk about music. And today we have a new album from Conan Gray called Found Heaven. Fun fact, I saw something online and I thought it was called Food Heaven for a really long time. CG3/Food Heaven is the currently unannounced, possible third studio album by Conan Gray.
Food Heaven!
It's not. Shocker. I've been a fan of Conan for a couple years now. I really loved his first couple albums. Going into this album, this is sadly the least excited for a Conan album that I have ever been. Obviously, this is a totally different direction for him, and while I don't think there's anything wrong with an artist going in new directions, I also just don't really love any of the songs that have been released from this album. With the exception of Winner, I absolutely love that song. I will say, if we're gonna get some Queen vibes, I'm totally down for that because I love Queen, and Winner really sounds like a Queen-inspired song. So if we're gonna get more of that, then I'm excited. But I have heard that Alley Rose is a different vibe. It's a bit more of like his old stuff. So I'm trying to go in with an open mind. I did react to all the singles, so if you're interested in my reaction to those videos are up. But the first track is called Found Heaven. It is the title track. So confused.
You walk alone into the darkest night. You'll never sleep until you're satisfied. You need him. You'll never get your mama's wedding ring, but you prayed, begged and prayed, hard and changed. Don't be scared, little child. Don't be scared, little child, of that feeling. You found heaven.
Oh, I like this production.
You never meant to start this holy war, but you tried.
Oh,
Pack your bags.
I know what this is about. Oh.
Don't be scared, little child. Of that
feeling. Cut it off, Conan. Okay. I don't know that I spoke a word during that, but I was kind of just processing it because it started out exactly as I imagined a song called Found Heaven would start out. Very ethereal, very atmospheric, very pretty. That was exactly what I saw coming. And then it obviously just switched up entirely and became this super powerful song. And looking at the lyrics, it sounds like it's about someone coming out to their family and then being rejected because of religious beliefs. If that's true, kind of heavy lyrics to start the album with, but I wouldn't expect anything different from him because he's never shied away from giving you a story, giving you really meaningful lyrics and really heart-wrenching lyrics at times. But you walk alone into the darkest night. You'll never sleep until you're satisfied. You need love. You need one. You need him. You'll never get your mama's wedding ring. Father always said you ruined everything, but you prayed, begged, and prayed, heart unchanged. So, I don't know, the vibe that I got was someone's gay, but they're trying to pray it away because they're afraid of their family giving them backlash. Their heart is unchanged because you can't pray gay away. And it sounds like we're just getting a lot. We're getting a lot on the first track. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so confused because I thought we were just gonna be dancing, but he said, I'm still gonna ruin you. Don't be scared, little child. You're no demon. That's just such a heartbreaking line. That's sad. And I thought we were gonna have fun tonight. Your heart is breaking as you leave that door. You never meant to start this holy war, but you're trapped. Pack your bags, don't look back. I believe there's a line on Winner that says something about being trapped, pack your bags. Wow, I just did not expect such meaningful lyrics right off the get-go, but at the same time, I feel like that was me underestimating someone who I know is full of meaningful lyrics. That was a very powerful opening track. I really liked the production a lot more than the singles. It was less just like repetitive. A lot of the issue I had with the singles was the repetition, and that just felt, I don't know, a lot more interesting to me. The next song is Never Ending Song. Not a huge fan of this song, but we will take a listen. Love the music video. Iconic moment from Conan Gray.
I'll say I apologize for calling like a never-ending song. On and on.
It's so fun to dance to. Oh, that beat drop was so hard. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That totally bonked me over the head tonight in this moment. Like, wow, that hit me on a spiritual level. Okay, I'm kind of into this now. Fainted Love is up next. Sounds super fun, super ache. Why are we still aching? Okay, yep.
Stoplights, a familiar drive through another ghost town on a Saturday night. I'll be there by the 9. Don't you get yourself down at the end of your life. Don't
Like, end of your life? Why are we there?
when nothing.
It's gonna drop.
I'm the worst if you want it. When your heart aches and it's dead in the night. Faded love, that's enough. Faded love. Dark room, not a whispering word.
Oh, when it goes back down to the verses, I'm kind of addicted to that. I love the way this song started. The stoplights, a familiar drive through another ghost town on a Saturday night. One of my favorite things about Conan's music is his imagery. He paints the scene so beautifully. He makes it super vibey and like movie-like. The chorus, I'm not gonna lie, was kind of like unexpected. It just kind of went in a direction that I didn't see coming.
I'm the worst if you want it. When your heart aches, it's enough to survive.
I thought maybe he was feeling happy, and now I'm realizing that this is just sad songs disguised as 80s bops. Oh, Conan. I'm already enjoying this so much more than I thought I would, and I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think I went in with like very low expectations that it would be something that I would enjoy and that I would get into. But I'm really enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. It's very cinematic in this, the production of it is just so cinematic. I really do feel like I'm in a movie, like an 80s movie, and I really dig that vibe. I think it's really fun to listen to music like that really takes you somewhere else and like gives you the atmosphere. This already gives me the atmosphere. The next one though, Lonely Dancers. I've listened to this song a couple times. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's, from what I can recall, I remember it being really repetitive and just like not my vibe. Again, it's like not a song that I'm gonna be mad at if it comes on. I'm not gonna be like, ew, that's the worst song ever made. I'm gonna dance to it.
We're lonely dancers.
I always forget how low it's gonna be. It's so low.
He don't know love.
I do love that part.
I hope he dies. Get back.
I need to highlight, like I'm sitting here bopping to him saying, I hope he dies. That's Conan Gray. But the next one is Alley Rose. This was a single. I did hear that it's different from the other singles. I feel like I saw something online that it's a bit more like his old style of music, and a bit more like poetic.
I picked you up from the corner store. Your eyes were red and your lips were torn. You wrapped your fingers around my neck and pulled me into your desperate breath. I swore lips were made for life.
so beautiful. Yeah. That one was beautiful beyond my comprehension in this moment. I feel like it's a song that I'm gonna like more over time as well. Cause like I enjoyed it in this moment, but like I feel like the potential's there for it to become a really dear song to me. Especially thinking about the bridge. I just absolutely loved the bridge. The bridge, just insane. Like, I don't even have words. I don't care if it makes me sound insane. I ran my fingers through your hair and I thanked God to touch the flame. Because I swore necks were made for bruising. I swore lips were made for lies. And I thought if you'd ever leave me that I'd be the reason why. This is spoken word. Like, I'm doing slam poetry right now. I don't even care if it's just a summer fling. It's all experimental and you go back to safer things. I can't do this for this bridge. It's just freaking gorgeous. It's so poetic. You know, that poetic songwriting that I felt like I missed in the first couple tracks that were released from this album. Because they were more to me about the vibes, like the 80s vibes. They weren't about the songwriting for me. But this is about the songwriting. Yeah, I loved the way the bridge built too. I mean, it was just insane. Like, the build of this song was just absolutely stunning. I swore necks were made for bruising and I swore lips were made for lies. It sounds like he's only ever known abusive love. I thought if you'd ever leave me that I'd be the reason why. He's literally always thought that he was the problem. And, you know, this person is kind of contributing to that, it sounds like. I waited all year at your feet like maybe you'd love me. But he was just left hanging again. I know Conan mentioned in an Instagram post that this has been a really like sad, heartbreaking year for him, and he's gone through a really rough breakup, and so I definitely see that. And that song particularly was just, it was really heartbreaking, but it was so beautiful. It was such a beautifully written song, beautifully built. It was just absolutely perfect in every way, to be honest. Probably my number one fave so far. The way he was singing really reminded me of the Beatles. I don't know why, but like I just got Beatles energy from that song. But the next one is the final fight. So where are we going now? I feel like we're gonna suddenly be boxing or something. And I already feel like I'm boxing. Oh.
I didn't fight the feeling running through my eyes. Tried to bite back, but I couldn't. But all I wanted was the final fight. And all I needed was to make it right. Tonight, made a whole new life. I got a bit of distance, saw the New York lights.
Again with the imagery, I didn't fight the feeling running through my eyes. I wanted you to see it. I believed your lies. Tried to bite back, but I couldn't. I just stood and cried. I love that stanza. I didn't fight the feeling running through my eyes. I just let myself cry. For the last time, this is so beautiful, Conan Gray. You know, I'm kind of being brought back to life into my love for Conan, so. All I needed was the final fight. All I needed was to make it right. I feel like I could interpret that in one of two ways. It could be I wanted the final fight. I wanted us to just have like the fight that would break us up. We go our separate ways and like at least then it's over and I can start the healing process instead of just going through this on and off again type of stuff. Or it could be I wanted the final fight. Like I wanted you to fight for our relationship. I wanted you to put in some sort of effort so that we wouldn't break up. That's the two ways I take that in this moment. That's just what I'm interpreting it as, but I'm probably wrong.
What you put me through tonight.
Oh, layered vocals too, beautiful. This sounds like the final song that plays during the credit scene of a movie, specifically The Breakfast Club. I'm really getting The Breakfast Club energy from this for some reason.
But finally tell you what you put me through.
There's nothing left to do. I'm just gonna say it like it is, and wow. I'm continually like, maybe the next one will be a happy song. But the next one is Miss You. So yeah, it sounds like we're gonna continue the sad vibe. Yeah, I really liked Final Fight. I felt like it was a vibe and a half, to be quite honest with you. Really gave me like nostalgic 80s movie, the end scene when like the guy is going home and he's got the girl, but in this case he doesn't have the girl or anyone because he's alone. But atmosphere all over. Sure.
Is it wrong to now decide?
I must say, like, he's not enunciating enough for me to understand what he's saying in this moment.
Now you know I'm a wicked man. I bit the hand that was feeding me.
Wait.
Snapping back like a rubber band.
Wait, I love this one.
The fear of love is my tendency.
Same.
But I lost it like a promise and left you dancing in the dark. I don't know why I miss you. After all that I put you through.
I low-key love this one, but I'm also like, what? It feels like he really got a bit experimental with this one, just like with the different style of singing and just like the different production. Loved the verse. Now you know I'm a wicked man. I love the way he sung that in a wicked way. I bit the hand that was feeding me. It's snapping back like a rubber band. The fear of love is my tendency. I love the lyrics of this. I'm a bit thrown off because it sounded so far in the album, like the vibe that I got was he had been broken up with. But in this song, he says, I never meant to break your heart, but I lost it like a promise. So maybe there was more to the story than what I originally thought. But this one is so dark. It's so evil, but in the best way. Like it has this evil energy, but like not in a bad way. Like not a bad kind of evil, but like a really cool kind of evil. That doesn't make sense.
For the promised land, I came back only wanting you. But I lost it like a promise. I'll be gone because you love me. Is it wrong to now decide? I don't know why.
Oh, this is my song right here.
Gone because you love me. I miss you.
Oh, I wasn't expecting it to end that abruptly, but we're going into Bourgeoisieses. I actually don't know that I pronounced that correctly. Bourgeoisieses? Okay, first of all, Miss You is my song. It is absolutely my song. That feeling, you know, when you just want to shake hands with the song and say, hi, nice to meet you. You are my song. The next one is Bourgeoisieses. It looks like it's pronounced Bourgeoisieses, but I think it's pronounced Bourgeoisies. I have been the most curious about this one because who's gonna put that word in a song title and make it make sense and say it in the song without it sounding weird? Oh, clap. Yay. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening.
The TV's on, the woman's blonde. They cheat on wives, never pay the price. I'm a low-class guy, that sounds pretty nice. I want to be with the bourgeoisieses.
Oh. Why is this so fun? I don't know, maybe I'm just really feeling this vibe right now, but like this is so cool and so unique and so fun to me. It is pronounced Bourgeoisieses, so I was not crazy for saying that. He put that word into the song and like somehow it sounds good. That's what's getting me the most.
Mom and Dad got my back, but I don't need that, I need a Maserati.
Mouse Rat? It was not Mouse Rat, it was Maserati. That makes so much more sense. Why is it so fun? Found Heaven. The best song I've ever heard in my life. Oh my gosh, this is literally the best song I've ever heard in my life. This is so fun. This is so different than anything I have heard on the radio. It is very repetitive, but it's building throughout the whole song. Like the production is building. Everything just feels fuller the more that it goes on. And I think that's why I don't care that it's repetitive because I'm still experiencing new sensations. It's also kind of funny lyrically. I'm looking them up and I'm laughing. The TV is on. The woman's blonde. She talks and talks of how the rich are wrong. Why do I feel like I'm reading a children's nursery rhyme? I want to be with the Bourgeoisieses. I want to see how they party all night. This is giving me like The Great Gatsby. Mom and dad got my back, but I don't need that. I need a Maserati. It's basically just like, I want to be rich and what's wrong with that? But it also feels to me like an ironic song. Oh, someone said Bourgeoisieses, the rich upper middle class of France during the revolution. Affluenza part 2. Brilliant. Briley Gray. Also, why is your profile picture a baby? I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, wow. A piano ballad.
Well, in this lifetime, we did it wrong. But I guess that you could argue we survived. Sorry,
that was so queen coded.
But it'll take a lifetime to get better.
This is so queen.
You're forever with me.
Oh.
You're forever. You are the reason I learned to love. Also the reason that I cry.
There it is. Every time he says like a hopeful or a nice lyric, he immediately follows it up with a crushing one. Girl acts like she's never heard a Conan Gray album in her life. He's playing with my emotions. But what else is new?
I think I'm gonna love you. You're forever with me. I broke your heart the same.
Production's insane. Windy. Yeah, like that one felt so queen to me. It was so explosive. It was so built up by the end of the song. I mean, I was literally soaring into the clouds, into infinity and beyond. I would say the production of that song was probably one of my favorites on the album. The next one is Eye of the Night. I'm thinking of Eye of the Tiger. Anyone else?
'Cause you're here, you're watching me.
It sounded like it continued from the last song, but there was not a continuation. Missed opportunity. Oh, there we go.
I always feel like I am not alone. You're here, you're watching me. I'm walking to your corner, I see you in the street. The eye of the night.
The Eye of the Night. So funky. I hear your heartbeat bleeding through the floor. What's up with these key changes? Ooh, I always think they're gonna go on for longer and then they just abruptly end. Conan Gray, like you got me. I am the clown of the century for coming in with such limited expectations because like I went into this album being like, this is gonna be so different. Like this is not gonna be Conan Gray. This is not gonna be him in my eyes. Like how I see his music, how I see his heart. It's not gonna be the Conan that I know and love. And upon listening further, it feels like this is Conan to me. This is his heart. This is kind of what his music has always been about, which is like dancing through the pain, dancing through the sadness. You are busy enjoying the music and enjoying like the vibiness and the cinematicness, and you don't realize that he's saying really heartbreaking things under the surface. Like it's just a different sound. It's just different production. That's all it is. It's still his songwriting. It's still his heart. It's still kind of what he's always done well. Conan's in here. He just was a bit harder to find. Okay, that's really poetic. I also want to point out he started the album with the most like heart-wrenching, deep song of all time, and then kind of just left it there. I don't know, maybe this one will tie in. Wait, I love that kind of.
You don't even see me.
just love the way this song started. First of all, with that like super heavy production, but second of all, cherry hair, so super Bowie. It didn't even sound like him singing. I had to look up if it was like a different person singing, but it is him. He's just doing the opposite of what he's been doing on this album. He's been going really low, but now he's going really high. You wouldn't care if I fell over and died. Like, what's up with dying on this album? This one's so weird, but I love it at the same time.
Boys and girls.
That's a sample, right? This is one of my favorites too. I just want to note, I just discovered he worked with Max Martin on this song and probably the whole album if that's the case. And once again, I love Max Martin. I'm always impressed by his work. I'm just like, I don't have words at this point. Like, you got a face that's technologic.
I need you to love me. I want you. Boys and girls. Boys and girls.
I need to be in a mosh pit headbanging to this.
All the boys and girls, they want you. Boys and girls. Boys and
What
It's
was
true.
that? Wait, what was that?
boys and
Oh my god. Okay. Everything feels so quiet after that song ended. Listen! I'm sorry. That was like the best song I've ever heard in my life. Second of all, there was definitely a sample in there that dun, 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 dun. I know that's from a different song, but it wasn't coming up when I looked it up. So it's gonna drive me nuts. Oh, but that one was just, again, like so unique, so fun. The problem that I had with Never Ending Song and Lonely Dancers, I'm really not experiencing that same problem with a lot of the other songs. Like, it feels 80s, but it just feels new at the same time. So anyway, the next song is Killing Me. This is another single I didn't really like, but I will say I've only listened to it like one time, so.
hear the cellular ringing. Got the curious feeling you're fiending for love, but sadly I worship every moment we meet.
Yeah.
You're killing me. You're not making it easy.
Oh, this sounds familiar too. Like, it sounds like there's a sample in there.
I am crying and bleeding and barely breathing. I can't let go of your heart. I'll take your call. You say what's
I honestly don't remember listening to this song because it was back in October I listened to it. But now that I'm really like intentionally listening to it again, I do hear Holding Out for a Hero, which was interpolated in it. It's another one that kind of faked me out. Like, I thought it was going to be a slow song and then he just popped it off with that 80s production.
Then you lie to me faster and faster. You're such a good actor. I hear your car in the driveway.
I love that.
Go away, but you claw at the locks till I let you invade. Too busy deceiving and cheating and lying and competing.
Love that flow.
I wanna die, but you keep me alive.
I told you, dying constantly. I guess it is called You're Killing Me.
I wanna die, but you keep me alive. You're killing me. Ah, you're killing me.
Why did I not just love this song? I love that one. Just at this point in the album, I'm loving the vibe, you know? Which is so ironic. The last song on this album is called Winner. I absolutely love this song. It is so stunning. It was one of my most listened to songs back in whatever month it came out. I was listening to it 24/7. I also think it was a great idea to put this as the last song on the album because it is so powerful. It has such a good build. It gets the perfect song to kind of close out the album in a really powerful way.
Packed my bags of 14.
I forgot it started like this
Planned
though.
on leaving. It's obvious to anyone who ever knew you
This will remain my number one favorite.
do it. There's no one who ever has done better at making me feel worse. Now you really are the winner. Take a bow, 'cause you're the winner.
I I did want to say, I just thought about something. So the album starting out with the song Found Heaven, I was so confused this whole time. Like, why did it start out with that song and then we just got kind of breakup song after breakup song? And I think I just registered one way to take it is him starting with that track being like, you found heaven, like you fell in love. You risked everything to be in this relationship. Like, he risked everything to be with this person. He risked how his family would see him, how others would perceive him, and then it didn't work out. And it's like he had so much to lose. It wasn't just that he was losing the relationship, it was that he was losing everything he fought for to get to that point with that person. And so when you think about that, it just makes the whole thing a lot heavier and a lot deeper. So I think that was like the start of the story.
You're the winner.
Sorry.
When you're the one who let it get this bad.
And again, like, this is such a juxtaposition from the first song. This is like, congrats, like, you made me feel awful. Whereas the first track on this album was like, you made me feel great. That's why I was with you. You're my heaven. And now it's like, you made me feel the worst of them all. Congratulations. Like, here's your prize.
I was only trying to survive.
I was just trying to survive. This whole album has themes of like death. And he's like, I was just trying to survive. What's it gonna play next?
Out on the deck, put her canine teeth in the side of my neck. I'm in the hallway waiting for ya.
Okay. I'll begin by saying, Conan Gray, you are the worst. You are the worst person on earth. You're the worst what? Person on earth? Yeah. I think that was one of the most beautiful album closers I've ever heard in my life. Like, that is how you close an album. I went into this album with such limited and unfair expectations after hearing the singles, and I could not have been more wrong. This was an absolutely fantastic album. I feel like that's just the word to describe it. It was fantastic. It was so cinematic. It was so glorious. While obviously there were things to adjust to, like the way he was singing was different than anything I've ever heard. The production at points was super different for him. It still had the heart of Conan in it, because I went into this album being like, this isn't even gonna feel like Conan to me. And the opposite happened, where it felt so Conan to me, because it has the imagery and the storytelling lyrics. It has the little like vignettes that he paints with his lyrics, like, oh, we were going to the store, like, oh, you picked me up and we drove around at night. And it had the cinematic, atmospheric, vibey kind of production that he's always used that just makes it feel like you're in a movie. This was, just giant. It was so soaring. It was so glorious. And it was beautiful. Super Ache was an album that I went back to a ton. I listened to it 24/7, like that kind of vibe. I don't know that I'm gonna have that experience with this album, but regardless if I do or not, I think it's a stunning, stunning body of work, and he should be very, very proud of it. He's always heartbroken. Like, I hope he finds a happy ending. I'm so proud of Conan for this body of work. I don't love how artists release so many singles nowadays, because like the more singles he released for this album, the more nervous I became, and I think the more closed-minded I became, the more the singles were released, the more I expected to dislike them, and then I sort of disliked them because of my expectations, and I don't think that's really fair. The only song that I would say I straight up disliked on this album was Lonely Dancers. That was the only one that I straight up was like, yeah, this just is not for me, but everything else I absolutely loved. This is my album ranking. What are some of my favorites, some of my least favorites? Always open to change and evolve over time, and feel free to disagree with me. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey, which was a journey. Yeah, thank you just for being here with me and for going into this with me. And yeah, there's so much music coming out. There is so much music coming out. It's all good things. It's all things I'm excited for, but it's also very overwhelming. Anyway, bye. Like and subscribe.